If you're hearing this today, it's because this message was meant for you. So let's just take a breath together. I want you to really feel into this, because right now, there are people talking about you. Not just one or two, but a whole circle of eyes fixed in your direction. It might feel heavy, unsettling, like you're being watched, even when you're alone. And I need you to know, you're not imagining it. There's a gathering of attention around you, curiosity, fascination, but also whispers. Two people, in particular, are crafting a story about you. They might be close, best friends, partners, siblings, or distant figures from your past, but they've aligned in this shared mission to reshape how others see you. They're stitching together a narrative that isn't yours, pushing it into the world like a rumor dressed as truth. And here's why: you stand out. You always have. You carry this magnetic presence, the kind that turns heads in a crowded room, not because you're performing, but because you're fully, unapologetically yourself. You radiate the energy of the Queen of Wands, confident, luminous, and fiercely authentic. You might be a fire sign, Leos, I see you, but regardless of your zodiac, you carry that solar flame within you. You walk into spaces and the atmosphere shifts. People notice. Some are drawn like moths to light, others watch from the shadows, intrigued, intimidated, maybe even unnerved. Because you have this rare quality, a striking beauty, not just in appearance, but in essence. Maybe it's your eyes, deep, arresting, maybe green, maybe soulful, that seem to hold a story people want to unravel. Some can't hold your gaze, others can't look away. It's as though you cast a quiet spell simply by being. And that's the very thing that sets you apart, your authenticity. In a world that often rewards conformity, you've chosen the path of realness. You live out loud. You don't shrink, you don't perform humility, you don't seek permission to be who you are. And that kind of radiant self-possession is both inspiring and threatening, especially to those who feel they can't do the same. See, when you live authentically, you hold up a mirror. And some people don't like what they see reflected back, their own fears, their own compromises, the parts of themselves they've tucked away to be accepted, to be safe, to belong. You remind them of what they've given up. So these two people, they're not just casual gossips. They're triggered. They feel provoked by your freedom. Maybe they grew up in environments where they were taught to be small, to dim their light for religion, for reputation, for family approval. They learned to trade authenticity for acceptance, and now, watching you live so boldly, it stirs something in them, resentment, envy, maybe even grief. And so they talk. They dissect your choices, your relationships, your social media. They weave a narrative that paints you as arrogant, problematic, someone who thinks they're too much. They might even be an ex, someone who once shared intimacy with you but now feels overshadowed by your light. This person is working hard to reposition you in the minds of others, to make you the villain in a story where they've cast themselves as the victim. What's really happening here runs deeper than petty drama. This is a form of spiritual theft, an attempt at what some call destiny swapping. They're not just criticizing you, they're trying to become you. They mimic your style, your passions, your energy, all while demonizing you behind your back. It's a twisted kind of flattery, a desperate grab for the magnetism they feel you possess. But here's what they can't replicate: your soul's truth. Your authenticity is your shield. It's your protection. They can put on your essence like a costume, but it will never fit, because it isn't real. Now, you might feel the weight of this. You, who are usually so confident, so socially fearless, may find yourself pulling back. You might feel quieter in certain spaces, hesitant to share, even shy. That's not a flaw, it's your intuition speaking. Your spirit is putting up guards, saying, "Be careful here. These people cannot be trusted." Honor that. You don't have to perform or explain. You don't have to confront every rumor or defend your character. In fact, the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Keep shining. Keep being you. Your energy is a self-correcting force. Those who are meant to see you will. Those who've been fed lies will eventually meet the truth of you, and the dissonance will be too strong to ignore. Think of it like this. When someone tries to sell a story about the sun being dim, all the sun has to do is rise the next morning. It doesn't argue. It doesn't plead. It just shines. And in that light, every shadow is revealed. So let your life be your testimony. Let your consistent, real, unfiltered presence speak for you. The people who are aligned with you will feel the truth in their bones. They'll feel your integrity, your warmth, your light, and no amount of gossip can undo that. I know it's hard. When you're private, when you guard your heart and your relationships closely, it can feel violating to have your name tossed around so carelessly. You may even start to doubt yourself, wondering if you should tone it down, if you're too much, if you've brought this on yourself. Let those thoughts go. They are not yours. They are echoes of someone else's insecurity. You are not responsible for how others react to your light. You are only responsible for staying true to it. And please, protect your energy. Cleanse your space, with smoke, with salt, with sound, with intention. Visualize a shield of golden light around you each morning. Wear something that makes you feel protected, a crystal, a ring, a scent that grounds you. This isn't superstition, it's spiritual hygiene. You're dealing with envious energy, and it's important to stay fortified. Remember, the fact that you're being talked about means you're impactful. You're making waves. You're living in a way that matters. So don't hide. Don't shrink. Take this as a sign, you are the main character in your life. Not in an arrogant way, but in a sovereign way. You are writing your story, and no one else gets to hold the pen. Those who are obsessed with your narrative are simply admitting that their own story isn't enough. Divine justice is already in motion. You don't need to orchestrate it. You don't need to fight or force anything. The universe has a way of rebalancing scales and time. Your only job is to stay in alignment, to keep following your joy, your purpose, your inner guidance. Keep doing what makes you feel alive. Keep creating, connecting, and being boldly and beautifully you. And if you ever feel alone in this, if you ever feel the urge to retreat entirely, know that it's okay to pause. It's okay to pull back and nourish yourself. The hermit's lantern isn't lit for hiding, it's lit for seeing clearly. So take this time. Go inward. Reconnect with your core. But don't stay there forever. The world needs your light. It needs people like you, people who aren't afraid to be different, to be real, to be fully and wildly themselves. So let them talk. Let them watch. Let them try to mimic what they can't ever truly possess. You keep walking in your truth. You keep shining in your uniqueness. You keep trusting that the right people will find you, and they will recognize you, not by the rumors they've heard, but by the light you carry. And that light, your light, is unbreakable, unstoppable, and completely, divinely yours.